Welcome to Cross Transformation. It's Mariam here, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about why am I feeling hurt. First of all, when someone triggers us, they've only scratched the surface. We are triggered by that person not because of who they are and their actions. Instead, we have been triggered because we haven't dealt with the depth of our trauma. So it's about the trauma that we are experiencing and the depth of it. That's the most important part of a trauma, the depth of it, not their actions or their wrongdoings. Of course, we don't want people to do something wrong by us, but truly, our reaction to them is always about how we are feeling here. And when the depth of a trauma hasn't been touched, hasn't been realized, hasn't been acknowledged, we are not going to become the healing itself. We are going to struggle to resent ourselves, to suffer. So look into that, acknowledge, realize, and embrace your trauma, especially the depth of that trauma. Second, we have learned to yoke ourselves to someone else's unhealed perceptions and traumas. When we yoke ourselves to others, it's pretty much the way to survive, the way to communicate, the way to connect. And we all do that, but that connection is of sin consciousness, negative emotions. So we keep hurting ourselves, and the other person is also feeling hurt at some level. So we must not yoke ourselves to someone else's unhealed perceptions and traumas. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say someone committed a betrayal. They betrayed your trust, right? The root of that betrayal is an unhealed sense of revenge and blame in that person. We have learned to yoke ourselves to something like that, to an unhealed perception like that, because that gives us a sense of resentment. So you see what I'm saying? We are communicating, we're establishing a connection between two people by having them yoked to each other's unhealed perceptions and traumas. So we must not do that, because by doing it, we keep feeling hurt, we keep hurting each other concurrently. Third, we have learned to not realize the pattern that we are practicing. So we have yoked ourselves to a pattern that perhaps we may have been practicing chronically. So going back to that betrayal, the familiar, the pattern that, for example, I was practicing was, I'm encountering people that are two-faced. As a result of that, I kept encountering people that would commit a betrayal. But the flesh wanted to remember the latest sin that someone committed, the last person that hurt me. But truly, to heal, we must not be yoked to a pattern that perhaps we have been practicing quite chronically. And once we practice a pattern quite chronically, we also get attached to it via sin consciousness. So create this awareness that we are not here to be yoked to somebody else, and we don't want them to be yoked to us. We are here to be yoked to Jesus. Matthew 11. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Come to Jesus, realize Him, be yoked to Him, allow Him to reveal to you who you are Don't become someone else's unhealed perceptions and traumas, because you will hurt yourself over and over again. We must learn that we must be yoked to Jesus, not anybody else, not the familiar pattern that we have been practicing for years. That's it for today's video. God bless your soul. I hope that you're doing well. I'm sending you love. Be at peace. May peace be with you. Thank you for watching Cross Transformation. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you would like to book a healing session with me, make sure to click on the link in the description below. Once again, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you.